Hey, how's it going? This is Gage from the Football Friends podcast. I'm just trying out a new kind of video here. There's a bit of a preview for it's match day 38 for the Premier League tonight. In New Zealand, it's about 3 a.m. and so I thought I might just try to do a little preview for that because there's a ton of interesting fixtures tonight, and it's gonna there's a lot of potential crazy outcomes we could have. So I thought I would just run through a couple of things I've written down here, and at the same time, I'll um, like play a little bit of Football Manager here, which I'm about a season in with Southampton, and it's going pretty good so far. But um, but yeah, to get started, first of all, the main fixture is of course this for the title itself. We have, pardon me, Manchester City and Liverpool are both fighting out for first place. There, of course, there's only 1 point between them at the moment, with Manchester City at 90 points, Liverpool on 89. So, Man City are going to be taking on Aston Villa, which is quite interesting because the manager of Aston Villa is Steven Gerrard, who of course is a Liverpool legend, who in his time, despite winning many trophies, including the Champions League, did not win the English Premier League. So this is literally his chance to win the title for Liverpool if Aston Villa can keep Man City to a draw or beat them, as long as Liverpool are able to win. And Liverpool are taking on the Wolves, which a very good defensive team. So, but should be a match that Liverpool wins anyway. And either way, that's crazy. It's Stevie G's chance to win the title for Liverpool, and I imagine he's given he'll be given a strong team talk to help Villa live out his dream. But yeah, obviously that's the big match, and if Liverpool do somehow pull this out, that'll be the triple, and then they only have the Champions League final left to do a quadruple. And I'm sure Stevie G would take the consolation of being involved in that. Okay, so after that, I've got Chelsea, of course, in the third, and they have actually they've pretty much secured third place now, unless Spurs can somehow win. They have to make up 18 goal difference. So I don't think that's going to happen, but Chelsea will take on Watford, and Watford already relegated, of course, and so Chelsea is set. Pretty chill game for them. Maybe we'll just see. Yeah, they don't really have anything to worry about. But after that is the battle for the last Champions League place. Fourth place, we have Spurs currently sitting in that place with 68 points, and Arsenal are not far behind them on 66. So Spurs will take on Norwich, who are of course at 20th, bottom of the table. So should be a pretty good win for them. You'd at least think so. Um, and even if they do draw somehow, that doesn't go bad. Uh, they would still be pretty clear of Arsenal because there's 15 goal difference between them. So Arsenal will take on Everton, who in their last game managed to secure not getting relegated, and they celebrated like they were winning the title basically with a crazy pitch invasion, and so Everton might be a little bit lax in this game, so it could be a pretty easy win for Arsenal in that regard. Um, but of course, yeah, if Spurs lose to Norwich, Arsenal would snake this fourth spot. It's been a pretty good showing from Arsenal this season. At the start they didn't look too great, but they seem to have done a lot better. So it's looking very unlikely that we'll see St Totteringham's Day this year. Now the next point is my personal dread as the Manchester United supporter on the podcast. Man U are going to take on Crystal Palace, and essentially, yeah, we're in Man U are in sixth place, and West Ham are right on our tail with 56 points. We have 58. So, unfortunately, if we draw with Crystal Palace, we will lose our sixth place on goal difference. So, this is a must-win game for Manchester United. Makes it a little bit tougher considering the news that Ronaldo is unable to play for this match due to a hip injury. So, going into this match without our top goal scorer and so on. But look, this better be this is it, man. Like the team has to be motivated to win this game, or they're going to be playing in the Europa Conference League, and nobody wants that. So one advantage we do have here is after this Everton pitch invasion, when they secured out of relegation zone, that was against Crystal Palace. And if you saw the video, Patrick Vieira, the manager of Crystal Palace, managed to get into a little bit of trouble because while being goaded by an Everton fan, he had enough and kicked the guy to the ground, and this was all caught on camera. So very likely Vieira may be viewing this one from the stands. So that can have an impact, but we'll see. West Ham will be taking on Brighton at home, who in their last match, Brighton, the last match Manchester United had was a 4-0 loss to Brighton. So hopefully Brighton are coming into this match with a lot of confidence, and hopefully they could beat West Ham and help Manchester United secure this Europa League spot. Now, of course, there's a bunch of mid-table matches going on, but a lot of these teams are secure and so on. So the only really interesting thing is going to be this last relegation battle, where we have Burnley and Leeds both fighting it out to not get relegated. Both of them have 35 points. Burnley has negative 18 goal difference, and Leeds has a negative 38 goal difference. So essentially, both if it ends up all even, Burnley's going to be safe. So Leeds needs to win, Burnley needs to lose if that's going to change at all. Burnley will be taking on Newcastle, who have been very good. Eddie Howe seems to be a very good coach, and Newcastle are a very solid team. They're just looking to pick up some points. So, and then Leeds will take on Brentford, which is an away match. So Leeds probably do have the tougher fixture here, as the Brentford Bees are a pretty formidable team this season, and they actually are sitting above Newcastle on the table. It's pretty tight up though. Both have 46 points, so pretty even. Aside from Leeds having an away match, so look, I'm thinking it'll be Burnley. It'd be pretty funny for Burnley to scrape through after this season, and I think we all predicted on the podcast last week that it would be in fact Leeds that would go down. So so there's so many positions and things like that riding on this last day. This match, it's in about 6 hours from now. We'll see these matches. It's 3 a.m. for me in New Zealand, so I'm gonna be staying up for it. And it kind of sucks. I can't watch like 5 matches at the same time without my computer exploding. So I'll probably just watch the Manchester United game, but keeping tabs on everything else that's going on. Of course, I'm actually I currently have COVID-19, so I don't have any work obligations or anything tomorrow. So kind of lucky I'm able to stay up and watch this match. So really praying for Manchester United to actually win a game. That'd be really good. It's going to end up being our worst season on record, regardless. So we need at least Europa League. Otherwise, it's going to be tough to try and attract anyone to our team next winter. All right. Well, that sort of covers the news, the pre-match sort of overview. But now I'm just gonna, I was just gonna run you through my Football Manager team, which, in the future, once I have my good computer here and I'll be able to edit videos and stuff like that, I might actually play some Football Manager on stream and stuff like that. Because it's a football related thing, I guess. yeah, so as you can see, I'm currently sitting in sixth place. Yeah, in this mode, it's been about a year. We had a bunch of transfer. I've managed to sign a few players for Southampton. I think in this universe, Crystal Palace was in fact relegated, so I managed to pick up Edouard and Eze from Crystal Palace, and they've both been. Oh, at least Edouard has been phenomenal for me so far. Eze has been struggling a little bit, but uh, but yeah, managed also to reloan Brozier. This is another very good player for Southampton. Of course, he's a Chelsea loan. Um, he's not at the start of the game. He's not exactly keen to be a permanent signing for Southampton because he wants to play for Chelsea. But as they're a very full up team, he sort of does eventually. He agreed to a second loan at least, and I think I've done enough praising him for him to want to join the team permanently. So yeah, I'll give you a rundown of my team. How it's sitting at the moment. Um, so yeah, I got Fraser Forrester, of course, still here. Kyle Walker Peters, very good player in this. Bednarak and Salisu both been good. A lot of these are already Southampton players. Luca Pellegrini was a loan from Juventus. Signed him for about 1.5 mil in the end, so that's pretty good. I'll take that. Ibrahima Diallo is another Southampton player. Has been very good, defensive midfielder. James Ward-Prowse, of course, goes without saying, great player. Stuart Armstrong's been good too. Yeah, there is Eze. He's been okay. Average of 6.7 is not too good, but that's he's a young man. It's okay. Roger, yeah, he's been playing left wing for me, which he seems to be quite comfortable with his position. Been very solid. 6 goals in 11 appearances. And yeah, like I said, Odsonne Edouard has been excellent. 10 goals in 13 appearances. Exactly what we needed. Southampton, we were struggling to score for a while. I brought in Walter Benitez, goalkeeper from Nice, I want to say, and he's been very good too. He was first choice for a while, but then he got injured. And Fraser Forster is a fantastic backup. Um, Bianco, also Southampton player, decent. Perot, also left back. He's a Southampton player too. He's been pretty good. Tino Livramento, oh, it goes without saying, incredible player for Southampton, breakthrough this year, and as you can see, yeah, he's valued around 80 mil, so stoked to have him. He came from Chelsea as well, so seem to be picking up all these Chelsea players. Signed this guy too, Jamie Sione. He's been okay, good bench player. Managed to get Denis Zakaria here from Juventus. He wasn't having the greatest season, so I guess he agreed to come play for Southampton, so it's cool. He's been a good player, playing back up to Diallo. Adam Armstrong, Southampton player. Ginepo, Southampton player. Oh, and Enes Unal, who came from, I want to say, Getafe. He's been a good backup as well. Hasn't really got much game time this season due to Edouard being so good, but happy to sit on the bench and quite versatile. And Batashili, who I signed, another centre back. He came from Monaco, tipped to be very good. Probably surprised to see him. Don't think you'd really see that happen to Southampton in real life, but here we go. Valeri too hasn't quite been able to push into playing right back very much, just because Kyle Walker Peters and Livramento are just outstanding fullbacks. Jack Stevens, of course, is a good Southampton player, but he sort of asked to move, and he sort of dropped off in that regard just because he asked for the move. Sort of played some other players. Hasn't played a game this season yet. So, and oh yeah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. Right at the start of the game, he is, not getting any Chelsea games at all, and you can sign him for about 5 mil or a tiny amount of money, and he's decent. He's been a good bench player, and yeah, not too bad at all. And then I just signed this guy, Pepe, a Brazilian player. I believe he came from Porto. Yeah, and decent. So yeah, he had 5 appearances so far. No goals or assists or anything yet, but he has been a solid player, and yeah, going good. So in terms of the table, we are right now. Yeah, Liverpool is top of the table. Liverpool actually won in this game last season. So yeah, somehow I've managed to end up in sixth position here. um, yeah, played 12 games, 6 wins, 19 points from 12 games. That's really good. I'll absolutely take that at least at this stage. Pretty cool. Probably finished around the middle of the table, sort of 10th, 11th last season. So off to a really good start this season. Yeah. So in the future, I might do a few more of these Football Manager videos, but looks like my computer is starting to catch on fire again now, so that might be it for this week. But yeah, uh, big matches tonight again for the Premier League at least. So hope you all tune in, and we'll have another episode of the Football Friends podcast on Thursday, which we will no doubt will be going over this last match day and the thrills and spills and all that what happens. So yeah, all right, we'll might see you then. Just remember to like and subscribe, and yeah, all the best.